What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Mina channel, and today we have an awesome video to talk about. So we had the news of Shin Megami Tensei 5. Now we actually have a release date, and we also have the Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne announced as a HD remaster. So today we're gonna be talking about these two pieces of information, and although we already talked about it and did my reaction and everything, today what I want to focus on is the fact that we are getting an HD remaster. And on the other case of SMT5, we're getting a simultaneous release for SMT5, which is a big deal because this is the actual second game we ever had a multi-national release for a game by Atlas. This is the second one, is the first one being obviously Persona 4 Golden, and obviously now this one. So that brings to the big question: what is going on with us over here? Are they stepping up their game in some aspects? I believe that they are. And so today we're going to be talking about this. Main thing is I'm hoping that more games get the treatment that SMT5 is getting, as far as like getting that multi-release. Now a lot of people specify, or a lot of people think the reason we're actually getting this is because of Nintendo. Yeah, a lot of people believe that Nintendo does have a big piece of the pie when it comes to SMT as a franchise, and that is probably the reason why we're getting SMT5 as a multi-release. Why do they think that? And there's an interesting question, but it takes me back to another game, a little known game called Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. So if you don't know about that game, that was a crossover between that and Fire Emblem that was released actually this year. That was the other game that was released multi-platform, and that was again released for both in the West and here. So we're getting more and more of these games, but the big thing about that game is that that game was published by Nintendo. So that was the reason why I didn't add it onto the other Atlas games or anything like that. Is because Nintendo had a big play on that game particularly. So now talking about this one, does that mean that we can get possibly even Persona 6 or maybe whatever game comes in on the generation on the line as a multi-platform release when it comes to this kind of stuff, or multinational release? I don't know what you call it, worldwide release. I don't even know what you really call that stuff. But the point is, it does take a big point. You know, can we start getting that treatment that Japan gets when it comes to releases? Now, on the other hand, we have Nocturne, which is releasing this year in October on Japan, and then we get it sometime next year. Which I mean, I guess going back to the drawing board on that one, you know, it is what it is. But at the same time, there is some issues with this localization that I can tell that will probably take some time to resolve. For example, there is an issue with copyright on Europe, which is why Nocturne is called Lucifer's Call in Europe. So I can see kind of that why that will be a little bit weird. And obviously the other one is there's some additional features they're adding into Nocturne this time around, such as a change in difficulty and other stuff that they added into it. So I think that this remaster will definitely bring a lot of new people in, and they definitely want to do a good job as far as that, getting that localization done right and everything. So I get that aspect of it. So my big question is, can we get more HD remakes? There's a lot of games out there that I would like. Definitely want to make a separate video talking about all the games that I would like, but I think that definitely doing the HD remaster type, which is, by the way, this game is getting released on PS4 and the Switch, is this huge news, because again, this is the first time Nocturne gets out of the PlayStation. That was a PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation 2 and then the PlayStation 3. So not only do we get it on the PS4 as well, we also get it on the Switch. That is a big deal for that aspect. There's nothing regarding SMT5 coming on the Switch as well, though, so I don't think that's gonna happen. However, I do want to focus on the fact that maybe we can hopefully get more HD remakes. I think that I would like to see a couple different games that come to mind. You know, things like Double Summer, Double Survivor, which is already big games, and then obviously Double Digital Saga, which is also good games. So there's all these games that we could definitely get some, and I know fans are waiting for these games to be HD remade or everything. You know, just all people enjoy the games and everything. So at the end of the day, that's kind of like the big thing. That's what we want. We want more people to be able to enjoy the games, and overall, you know, not all people can just go and get a PlayStation 2 and get a copy of the original game. So So or a PS3 for the HD collection, classic, whatever they did back then. So definitely I'm curious as far as to how this is gonna be continuing to do. Atlas is definitely doing something that they haven't done in some time, which is that they are actually putting things in surprise. Honestly, I don't think anybody, even people that have connections with Atlas in that aspect, expected the amount of surprise that we got. Knowing from other YouTubers and from other people that I know that are well more aware and well more connected than I am, I knew they did not know about this news at all. So we all took this in at the same time together. The surprise of the day really just went from whatever wrestling game we were looking at to SMT5, SMT3. Like, these are really big things, and Atlas is definitely doing a good job as far as doing that. Now, takes a question to be asked and to kind of talk about what is next for Atlas from here on. Now that we know, now that we have a release window for SMT5, and now that we have, other games coming out, what's next for Shin Megami Tensei? What's next for Persona? What's next from here on, and everything? I think that's the biggest question here. I think that's a question maybe that we could discuss more in detail. But let me know in the comments below, what do you want as far as the HD remake? What game in the series, whether it's Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, I don't care at this point. I think I put them together. What do you want? What do you expect from Atlas? What do you want from them as far as like new stuff, new addition, or anything like that? Because again, there's a lot of stuff that we can add into it, and I think that there's a lot of good stuff that Atlas is sitting on as far as like all good stuff, especially the old games. Like, I cannot imagine what kind of stuff they could do next for the series and everything. It's just massive. I mean, this is really big news for me. I don't know if Sega is playing an involvement into those stuff that they're doing, but it's definitely a big improvement from previous stuff, and then definitely a really good surprise, I think, overall. Anyway, that is pretty much for this discussion video. Again, let me know what you guys think about all this, and are you guys hoping to get more worldwide releases and HD remakes? Because I think that's the way to go. I think that's the treatment that we as the West should be having as well, because honestly, when you take a look at how much they do in Japan versus how much we actually get on the West here, it's a big difference here. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you're new, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time.